They called it madness laughing while bombs shook the earth. But for humans, it was the last thread of sanity in a world gone silent with fear. War had a way of swallowing everything, even the brightest sparks of life. Across the barren landscapes of the contested zones, where smoke curled like ghostly serpents, and the ground trembled under the relentless march of machines, humanity clung to the smallest, most absurd acts of rebellion. Among these, laughter, strange, sudden, defiant laughter, echoed like a stubborn melody against the cacophony of destruction. The aliens had watched from above, their sleek, silver bodies glinting in the sunlight, their multifaceted eyes recording every tremor of human activity. At first, they found it bewildering. How could these fragile, soft-skinned creatures risk their lives, facing the constant threat of annihilation, and still laugh? They observed soldiers trading jokes, mid-salvo laughing over tales of absurd mistakes in the trenches, over the irony of a world where their survival depended on strategies both brilliant and foolish. Why? One of the alien commanders asked, its voice, a harmonic vibration felt more than heard. They are bleeding, they are dying. Why do they indulge in this amusement? One young soldier, barely more than a boy, had carved a tiny wooden duck from scraps of debris. When his comrade tripped over it, spilling ration packs across the muddy floor, a roar of laughter erupted, raw and unrestrained. The aliens recorded the scene, perplexed. There was no logical survival advantage in such frivolity, yet something about it made the humans stronger, sharper, somehow harder to break. As weeks bled into months, the aliens began to notice a pattern. Those soldiers who laughed, who shared stories, who mocked the absurdity of their situation with jokes whispered under the roar of artillery were more resilient. They healed faster, made fewer mistakes, and even carried their exhausted comrades with a lightness that defied the crushing weight of reality. Humor, it seemed, was not just entertainment, it was armor, invisible yet unyielding. One night, under the shattered ruins of a once bustling city, a squad huddled in a makeshift bunker. A joke, whispered softly, sent waves of suppressed laughter across the group. The aliens, hovering silently above, finally understood. This laughter was the pulse of survival, a defiance that no weapon could quench. Amid chaos, humans had found a way to keep their minds intact, to preserve hope in the face of annihilation. It was a revelation that would change everything in the war to come. The aliens, who had once dismissed humor as inconsequential, now recognized its terrifying power. For humans, laughter was not weakness, it was salvation. And for those who had underestimated it, the consequences would be catastrophic. Because in the end, while their machines could destroy cities, they could not break the spirit that could still laugh.